Hey, welcome back, Bladers, to another set of the week, and we return with Penny Investigation, another set from Set Rotation. Alright, we have our first card, Commissioner Gordo. This card is all types and elements while it is in your hand. Then, whenever you reveal this card from your hand due to an effect, you may discard it to gain 10 RP, and it has a score effect, gain 16 RP. Now, the score effect, I don't think you'll be very much interested in, especially when this is a master set card, master rarity card. So I would just save it, or hopefully you can get this card to get that extra 10 RP. It's a like a bench warmer, it's a hand warmer into your hand, waiting it for that special effect that someone, or maybe even you, can get that 10 RP when discarding it. Alright, our next card is Shy Eddie. Has the Investigate play effect. Choose an element or type. Each other player must reveal all cards of that attribute in their hand. And it's followed by the play effect. Each player must choose one. Discard one of the cards revealed with this card's Investigate ability or lose 20 RP. That's pretty harsh, especially when you're going to time it just right and if you know what they're going to have in their hands. So 20 RP for each opponent, that is pretty harsh. And if you can get at the right moment, and I would say even later in the tournament, then I guess they're going to have no choice to maybe even just lose the RP for that. Next up is Indie Joe. Has the Investigate play, which I already told you, and has the play effect. Each other player must flip a card in their tableau with star equal or less than the number of cards revealed this turn. Gain 10 RP if any cards were flipped. Not too bad, I guess. If you're playing a 3-player game or more, I think this card will be pretty good. You're hoping to at least have 4 or 5, and I think it's not too hard, especially if you're going to, you play in the beginning, you get more cards, but you play later, you have less cards, but you can be able to flip. You have an opportunity to flip a card that an opponent could flip anyway. But I think you want to play this right in the middle of the tournament. Because I think that's the best way to get this one. So you have enough cards for the Investigate play, and you have at least some cards there, so hopefully an opponent will flip to get you that RP. And next up is March O'Malley. Has the Investigate play effect, and has the play effect gain 7 RP for each card revealed with this card's Investigate ability, max 30 RP. Now this one is, I think, a little easier getting a max 30 RP there, knowing what everyone has, maybe even going off the meta. So 7, you need at least 5 to get the maximum points for this card, which I don't think is not too hard to achieve. And the rare for this set is the Trace. This card is all types and elements when it is in your hand, and whenever you discard this card from your hand, gain 20 RP, and it has a score effect of 20 RP, kind of similar to Commissioner Garden. Now, I think if you want to go for the score effect for this one, feel free. 20 RP for Master Set, I think it is pretty low, but at least it's just there and it has no bad effects. But I do think that if it's there in your hand and you have an opportunity to discard it, and hopefully someone has some card out there to discard this card, I think it'll be pretty cool to get that 20 RP. It's like a free card, free 20 RP without using a slot. And lastly, we have Hard Boiled Deck Detective. For the deck box, has the ongoing effect. Each time players reveal or discard cards from their hand, for each card revealed or discarded, gain 2 RP, and has the score effect for each player with no cards left in hand, gain 4 RP. Now this one is one of the cards I think that's very hard to work with. You have to have at least another person that is doing this type of gameplay, discarding or revealing, or else this is not going to work as much. And I think you can just rack up the points, but you need I believe you need at least 20 to get at least 40 RP for a deck box, which is good for a deck box. 40 RP 20 times, that's like about In a 4-player game, that's like about 5 players per round, like 5 reveals per round. If you can do 5 reveals per round, I think you're pretty much good. But I feel that's very hard to achieve. And then getting that extra 4 with somebody with no cards in their hand, I don't know. Depending on the players who likes to play with more cards in their hand, I think this is usually. I think people or players will have at least a card in their hand or 2 by the end of the tournament. So I think this is one of the deck boxes that I think is harder to achieve as many points you get. If you can achieve it, you could get all the way up to maybe 60 RP in there, but this one still pretty hard, and I would skip it. Alright, now talking about synergy of the set, and this is about cards that work with each other in this same set, and I think it's very awkward, even though they have that very same kind of theme of discarding investigative play. It doesn't seem like it plays very much together, especially in investigate play, because investigate play, they each have their own thing, and most of their other play effects is just centralized onto its own card itself. Both Commissioner or Gordo and the Trace kind of could work together. You can just have them in your hand, just wait it out in there, but that's pretty much it. There's really low synergy in this set. And now for versatility, cards that work with the core set. And I think there's only one card in there, and that's going to be the X-ray glasses, which allows you to look at another player's hand, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing in the core set that can help you tremendously with these cards' effects. And finally, we're on to compatibility. Cards that work with other sets. Now, I think the biggest one in here is the Legend of Ta-Na-Na-Na. And yeah, so most of the cards in there will help you discard, especially for the Trace and Commissioner Gordo. Other cards, I think a Master Take This is a good one because that is a soldier and I'll work directly with the Trace. And we have Kids McMug from Black Flags, Black Waters, and that one will also help you discard. Also, Elemental Issues. That one is going to be about discarding as well, and you can use the deck box for that. But again, the deck box I'm not pretty happy with. And that was Penny Dreadful. So that was a set all about investigative play, trying to know what's in the player's hand. Hopefully they can discard cards. Hopefully you can get some RP in the way from that. Until next time, I'm Ferdinand, and I'll see you later, Bladers.